Hello everyone, this is R.R.W here at Studios and R.R.W Plays, and today I am going to continue my playthrough on Stryder. In the last episode, Stryder, our civilian Romulan citizen, ended up in the middle of a battle with some unknown individuals and the Romulan Star Empire's Tal Shiar. What do you call it? We were attacked by Khev, who is a high-ranking member of the Tal Shiar, in his DEJA class warbird, and our little, I forget what class warbird this is, the Tillis? I forget what it is, but it fared decent alongside a couple Romulan Republic vessels who came to our rescue. However, our entire colony was completely wiped out, and a good majority of the citizens there ended up getting exterminated by this random foe that just appeared out of anywhere. It was the best excuse to have social distancing that I've ever seen, because maybe if we weren't all cluttered around having a festival, we wouldn't have all gotten bombed by glowing bowling balls from orbit. But anyway, yeah, so we were brought to the Romulan Republic's flotilla, and now we are going to be speaking with the commander that saved us. So without further ado, let's get started.
Greetings. I hope all is going well with you.
I guess I just have to join the fleet. Okay. I'm here to join the fleet.
Good to see you and Tovan Khev made it to the flotilla of the new Romulan Republic. To be brief, we are a group that was founded by Detan to combat the tyranny of Empress Sela and her Tal Shiar. Our goal is to unify the shattered Romulan people under a new democracy instead of Sela's tyrannical rule. There is much to do, however. I can answer any questions you may have.
What did Detan do to form the Republic?
Ha! What hasn't Detan done? He has quite the long history. The short version is that he desires to see the reunification of the Vulcans and the Romulans. Before that can happen, though, Detan wants us to find a new homeworld, reconcile with the Remans, and end the centuries of oppression beneath the Tal Shiar. We're Romulan, and after all that's happened, we still have our pride and our cultural heritage. We need to be able to approach the Vulcans as equals, not as refugees looking for charity. Did you want to know anything else?
Detan wants to unify the Romulans and Vulcans?
That's right. He dreams of a day when our two people are united. Well, three, counting the Remans. Detan was inspired by Ambassador Spock, who first began the movement. When he was a child, Spock was working on Romulus with the reunificationists, and he was Detan's teacher. The Tal Shiar actively opposed reunification, and Spock and his people had to keep their movement hidden, working with allies and meeting in secret. It's been an uphill battle for Detan, but he won't stop until he sees the Vulcans, the Romulans, and the Remans reunited and at peace. Is there anything else?
What is your role around here?
I am the commander of this fleet. No actions happen without my approval. Before this, I worked in intelligence for the Romulan military, which allowed me to learn more about the Tal Shiar. I couldn't stomach the thought of working alongside of them. Detan approached me one day and said he needed someone to organize a defense against the Tal Shiar. I accepted before he could finish his sentence. Is there anything else?
No. I'm ready for what's next.
What's next is that you receive our uniform and get a tour of the flotilla. After that, you'll receive your first assignment. However, you must understand that by joining us, you mark yourself as an enemy to the Tal Shiar. Khev and his people will see you as a threat, and there isn't anything they won't do to stop you. Are you ready to accept that?
I'm in.
Good. You should get yourself down to Lieutenant Delatham. You can get a uniform from him if you want to change out of those civilian clothes. You can also have your ship modified. We can't get you into a more powerful vessel yet, but we can change the appearance of your ship if you want. When you're done, return to your ship. I should have your first assignment ready and sent to your ship by then.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Wow. That catapulted me up quite a bit. Alrighty. So, I have chosen to, instead of using the standard Romulan Republic jacket, I chose to use the winter jacket black that I had in my inventory. I didn't think I was going to be able to use this yet, but I can, and I'm going to use it because I like it better. I just wish I could change the color of it, but that's okay. I mean, it's meant to be a black winter jacket, so I guess not being able to change the color makes sense. But yeah, so I'm going to stick with this, and if I choose to modify it later, I can.
Hello again. Now that you're settling in, I wanted to speak with you about what our overall goals will be. First and foremost, we are looking for a new planet to call home. Temer and his crew are handling that search. While the search continues, I am working on any possible alliances that we can make with the Federation and the Klingon Empire. We will need allies if we are to proceed. Your task will be the protection and recovery of other Romulans spread throughout this sector.
Are there many other colonies?
We're finding more by the day. Some have already joined us, but others do not believe in our cause. It will be up to you and your crew to protect these colonies from the Tal Shiar and to recruit anyone willing to assist us. Do you have any questions? If not, I would suggest you return to your ship. Temer will have his orders ready for you.
Will an alliance with the Federation and Klingons work?
I do not know. Our history of deception with both groups definitely does not help. The Tal Shiar, however, will not attack the fleet for now. Sela would see such a direct action as too great a risk. She much prefers to work in the shadows. Let me worry about our potential allies. While you're away, I will be working with diplomats from both sides to come to an agreement we can all live with.
Has Temer found any suitable planets for us to colonize?
Not yet. He and his crew have been assisting Romulan colonies throughout the region, and he has not been able to focus his efforts on the search. With you here, however, Temer's mission to find a new homeworld can begin. He will be sending scout ships to analyze nearby planets. We'd prefer to find a suitable world in this sector, but we'll expand our search if we need to do so.
Very well. I'll head back to my ship.
Sounds like we've got our orders. If you're ready, I can beam you back to the ship. However, before that, I need to ask a favor. I have a sister. Her name is Rena Khev. She and I were separated a long time ago. I want to try to find her. As we're doing our missions, could you try to ask about Rena? Thanks.
I'll do what I can. Beam me back to the ship. Okay. I'm praying that it works this time. So, we're going to be replaying the Helix because I played it last time. Obviously, you guys heard the vocal distortion that just happened to appear because Voice Meter, as I said, decided to mess things up a little bit. So because of that vocal distortion, I am replaying the Helix. Let's get this going.
If we're going to have a chance at breaking away from Sela and the Tal Shiar, we need allies. There are a lot of little settlements like yours out there. We're in contact with some of them, but we're always reaching out to try to make new alliances. I've heard that a group of Romulans has taken up residence in a Suliban Helix in the Beta Quadrant. I'd like you to visit them. Feel them out, help them if you can. But most of all, find out if they would be willing to join Detan in his search for a new homeworld.
You also notice that I have managed to...
We've arrived at the Helix, but we're not the only ship here. A Tal Shiar warbird is approaching from the direction of the primary structure. They haven't raised shields yet, but their weapons are online. Wait, they're hailing us. Your orders?
As I was going to say, I have modified the appearance of the ship. I cut that out of my the beginning of this episode because I talked a lot through it to try and make things entertaining, but obviously the vocal distortion made it not so enjoyable. So yeah, this is the look of the Gilidan, the R.R.W. Gilidan. Now that I've edited it. So luckily enough, this is not the warbird I'm going to stick with. I have plans. I have other ships that I do plan on commissioning. This just happens to be the ship I'm stuck with for now. But anyway, yeah. Put the ship on screen.
Ship on main viewer. It's a Tavaro light warbird. Designation R.R.W. Shardar. They could be Tal Shiar.
Answer hail.
To the person in command, be advised, you are in violation of Tal Shiar Security Order 63-R. Your vessel is operating in this area without authorization. Identify yourself immediately, or your actions will be considered hostile. You don't want that kind of trouble.
What authority could you possibly have out here?
The Tal Shiar has the authority to track down terrorists that threaten the Romulan Star Empire, no matter where they try to hide. And don't bother with deception. Our records indicate a warbird with your ship's designation was decommissioned years ago. We've already identified you. Stealing military property is a serious crime. Care to explain, Commander?
Close channel and raise shields. Fly a little bit closer to the Helix, because we're going to have to interact with it in a second.
We plead for mercy. There are only civilians on the Helix. We don't have much more than we can scavenge from the cell ships. As we told the other Tal Shiar, there are no terrorists here. The Cabal are long gone. Take whatever scrap you need, but please stop taking our people.
Tell me more about the Helix.
The Helix originally had hundreds of connected cell ships that could support up to 3,000 people. It and other similar stations were constructed after the destruction of our homeworld. This Helix was abandoned decades ago for unknown reasons. My people are nomadic, and so we've returned to salvage what we can. So far, we've survived by trading scrap from the station for supplies.
We're not here to rob you.
Then why are you here? We don't have much to trade, and we don't want any trouble.
We are looking for Romulan refugees.
There are a few Romulan refugees hiding within the Helix. They said they needed temporary shelter and would be leaving soon. We meant no harm. How are we to know they are wanted terrorists? Please just take them with you and go.
We're not with the Tal Shiar.
Your actions speak for your true goals. If you help us by repairing the Helix arm structures, then we'll help you get the refugees to your ship. But hurry. We're in jeopardy every moment you remain here.
On our way! get this first arm prepared. And repaired. Prepared and repaired.
More Tal Shiar have entered the system. Please help us.
Nice.
Now that the arms are restored, we've located the refugees. They are being moved to a centralized location so you can get a transporter lock. We've explained the situation to them, but a representative for the group is asking to speak with you.
On screen.
Kayan informs me that we're being transported to your vessel. We realize that we can't stay on the Helix, but we have no intention of being forced into servitude. The Tal Shiar already destroyed our home. All we want is for you to leave us on an uninhabited world, or someplace we can hide and try to rebuild our lives.
You'll be safe with Datan. You have my word.
We've heard of Datan. We've also heard rumors that he's plotting a revolt against the Tal Shiar. Going to him sounds more dangerous than staying here.
Would you rather stay and be captured?
I know I'm out of options. That doesn't mean I have to like it. I don't know why the Tal Shiar are abducting our families, but we can't afford to lose anyone else. How about I make you a deal? You personally guarantee that my friends will be safe at Datan's fleet, and I'll work for you. I've served as a science officer on multiple civilian vessels. I can help you. I can't run anymore. If I need to fight the Tal Shiar to keep my friends safe, that's what I'll do.
By the way, is there a woman named Rina Khev in your group?
Rina Khev? No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Alright, thank you. Prepare to beam aboard.
All the refugees are aboard, but there's more trouble. The Tal Shiar battleship, the R.R.W. Koval, has entered the system. They're hailing us, and they're asking for you by name. Remember, they're not here to be friends.
Put them on screen.
You are ordered to stand down. You are wanted for questioning by the Tal Shiar. Lower your shields and surrender your vessel and crew, or prepare to face the consequences.
Never. The Tal Shiar are... That is such a bland excuse. I've got a better one. Never. We saw the Tal Shiar's actions firsthand at my colony. We'll never surrender to you.
Your actions speak for themselves. You'll answer for the destruction you've caused today. Remember, you were given a chance to surrender.
Close the channel. Power to shields!
I recommend using our cloaking device to get close enough for a sneak attack.
I find it funny that the Romulans haven't even been able to figure out how to manually defeat their own cloaking device. Why can't I hit you? Stop hiding! How'd that wave of plasma taste?
Thank you for taking the refugees. Tell them we're sorry. We simply have no way to protect them. Hopefully they'll find refuge with your fleet. Our best hope now is to cooperate with the Tal Shiar and tell them that you have taken the refugees.
Yeah, I don't think the Tal Shiar is going to be very happy with that, or very merciful. Do what you have to do.
We can't offer much, but I'll tell other Suliban that Detan's fleet is standing up to the Tal Shiar. I'm also sending you the contact for a friendly local trader in case you need salvage or have goods to sell. But please, keep our involvement discreet. And please go. Leave now before more Tal Shiar arrive.
Thank you, Cayenne.
Cayenne closed the channel. He's right. They'll be lucky if the Tal Shiar let them live. We should leave and report back to Temer. Some of the refugees we brought aboard may have starship experience. If we're expecting more trouble, we'll need some help on the bridge.
Yeah, that's exactly why Satra is here. Next couple, let's see, we're gonna do one more mission because that one was really quick. Let's heal Temer.
We'll give the refugees a good home here. They'll be safe, and we'll do all we can to help them. This is just the start. We won't stop until we're on a new world, one of our own. Greetings. I have new
Congratulations,
orders.
Centurion.
Cool.
Many Remans settled on Craterus after the fallout from Shinzan's rebellion. While they were safe from the destruction of Romulus and Remus, Craterus is a bleak world, with little in the way of habitable land. There are ample mineral deposits, which the Remans mine and sell for food and other necessities, but their lives there are harsh and unforgiving. Anyone who could survive on Craterus for as long as the Remans have, has strength. We could use that strength in our search for a homeworld, and I know the Remans have no love for the Tal Shiar. Go to Craterus, talk to the Remans, show them we are sincere and that we need their support.
Looks like I get another officer, an engineering officer for doing this.
The Tal Shiar are approaching Craterus, and they've already engaged a group of Reman vessels in orbit. The Remans are sending out a general distress call. We have to help them.
Put the ship on screen. Hail the Remans. Open a channel to the Decimus.
The Decimus is too heavily damaged. They can't respond to our hails. They won't last much longer if we don't help them.
Power to weapons.
Attack vector and provide support fire.
Our help. They're losing structural integrity.
Yeah, so was that ship. That guy flew just a little too close to the stun.
Thank you for your assistance. We're continuing emergency repairs, but most of our major systems are offline. The Tal Shiar sent detachments to the surface, and our colony is not responding to hails. With our transporters down and shuttle bay damaged, I cannot send a security team to investigate. The Tal Shiar have never been so bold.
They plan to destroy your colony.
How can you be so certain? It doesn't make sense. They've left us alone for years. What would they gain by destroying our home? We keep to ourselves and we do not challenge the Tal Shiar.
With all due respect, we've seen this before. The Tal Shiar destroyed our colony on Virinat without warning. If we don't get your people off Craterus immediately, they'll be defenseless when the invasion force arrives.
Tovan is telling the truth.
Invasion force? We aren't in any position to begin an evacuation. The head of our fleet, Obisek, and most of our ships are on maneuvers out of the system. They can't possibly return in time. Until we re-establish communication with the colony, our priority must be to protect the people on the surface. Find Zden. He will help you. He resides near the communication tower on the outskirts of the colony. If we re-establish communication, then we can formulate a plan.
We'll find Zden.
Zden is to the northwest, near a force field. If planetary communications are disabled, you'll need his help to bring the transmitter back online. We'll do our best to keep more Tal Shiar from beaming down, but I can't promise we'll be able to stop them.
Acknowledged. Ooh. Okay, I guess I've got a cannon with me. I decided to equip my Sompek Blast Assault Cannon. I didn't realize that was an actual cannon. For some reason, I thought that was going to be a pulse wave rifle, so like a shotgun. But if anything's going to stop the Tal Shiar, it's going to be this thing. Oh, more of you guys.
What are those things? They don't look Romulan to me.
Believe me, they're not.
Why are the Tal Shiar doing this?
Why aren't you pulling out your weapon? There we go. Jeez, Tovan, get with the program. Well, there's some shuttles, that's good. I don't see any Tal Shiar around them, which is even better. Uh-oh. Oh, I like this cannon. I like this cannon a lot. Sorry, Zden, I didn't mean to, electrocute you.
Thank you, stranger. I don't understand why this is happening. You're obviously not with the Tal Shiar. Why are you here? What do you want?
Commander Kai sent us a... Is it Kai? 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 I'm gonna say Kai. Commander Kai sent us a help.
Commander Kai, good. Follow me and then explain what's going on. We should get inside the security field before more Tal Shiar arrive.
Right behind you.
Follow me. We need to know more. It's clear that our colony is under attack, but why are the Tal Shiar doing this? Why attack Craterus? What are they after?
It's an invasion. They're taking Craterus.
There's no reason for the Tal Shiar to attack Craterus. We've been an established colony for over 23 years. We were given permission to settle here by Donatra. Why would the Tal Shiar attack a colony of their own people?
They didn't give a reason when they attacked and destroyed our colony in Virinat.
So the rumors are true! I told you, Father. The Tal Shiar have declared war on our people. They're going to kill us!
They seem more interested in abducting people.
It doesn't make any sense. We aren't a threat to the Tal Shiar. What do they have to gain? They can't do this without anyone noticing.
Worry about that later. We need to evacuate now.
Evacuate? We must inform the council. Who is going to listen to my order to evacuate? Obasek isn't here. He left Kai in charge. Why doesn't he give the order to evacuate?
The Tal Shiar knocked out communications.
That explains a lot. When we couldn't reach anyone, Slamek said he was going to check on the transmitter. He hasn't come back yet. We should find him and see if we can get communications back online.
Is there another way to warn the rest of the colony?
Without the transmitter, we'll have to start contacting colonists individually. The word will spread, but it will take some time. Obviously something is going on, but I'm not the one to order an evacuation. The fleet or the council should make that determination.
Then start contacting everyone you can. We'll check out the transmitter.
You'll need help. If you're going out to the transmitter, I'm going with you. Maybe we can find Slamek there.
We'd appreciate the help.
Farrell, you should stay here. Let these people handle this. We don't know the whole story yet. We need more information. We need to know what the Tal Shiar want. At least stay behind the security field until we hear from the council.
Either way, we need to go.
Father, you can see what the Tal Shiar have done. These people need my help to get the transmitter working again. We'll take some weapons and armor before we leave. Don't worry, I can handle myself.
Hey, get away from those shuttles! I like this cannon. I also want her rifle. That's a traditional Romulan disruptor rifle.
Watch where you're shooting. We need those shuttles.
We're gonna need a new plan.
Crap. Oopsies.
Slamek, you're alive.
Farrell, you found me before those things did. I tried to repair the transmitter, but it was pointless. As you can see, the controls are completely destroyed. But it looks like you found some new friends.
Can we bypass the transmitter controls?
Didn't you hear me? The controls are destroyed. The transmitter is worthless.
Yes, I heard you.
Slamek, you're not helping. What if we set up a bypass relay? If it works, we might be able to control the transmitter dish from Zed's shuttle, or even our secondary console at home.
We could also try my tricorder.
It's possible, but I don't think it would work.
Well, we need to do something.
Slamek! Try to set up a bypass relay for the controls. If you can get it working, then we'll head back to my father and see if we can access the transmitter from there.
We'll cover you. That's enough of that.
Where are those things coming from?
told you it probably wouldn't work.
Let me try to contact Key. That's not a good sign.
We should go back to my father and see if he's heard any news.
Agreed. Everyone, follow me!
Look up! We gotta get out of here now!
I hear it, but I don't see it. Oh, now I see it!
What kind of ship is that?
Not a good ship.
We don't know. It attacked our colony on Virinat.
And now they're attacking here. We need to warn other colonies.
Believe it or not, that's what we're trying to do.
Oh no, you frickin' don't! Okay, good. He's got other people.
Were you able to repair the primary transmitter? I set up a portable transmitter relay and gathered as many neighbors as I could. I'm glad you found Slamek.
We need to evacuate immediately.
I'm not going to argue. Our security field is down and the Tal Shiar are attacking the colony. Hopefully everyone who hasn't already heard the message will realize what's happening and evacuate. There are more people on the outskirts of town. If I can get to them in the shuttle, I may be able to get them to safety.
We can beam everyone here up to our ship.
Understood. Please, take Varel with you. I'll take Slamek with me to help scan for survivors.
We'll rendezvous in orbit.
Father, I should go with you. It took me weeks to repair the shuttle's drive system. If something goes wrong, you'll need me there.
You'll be safer on their ship. Slamek can help me if we run into trouble. I'll broadcast the coordinates to every shuttle within range once we're in the air. Now go. We need to look for survivors.
Alright, well, let's see. We accidentally blew up one of the shuttles, so we still have one left. That's the important part.
We can live without fear.
Sir, the Romulan civilians are safely on board. If you've done everything you can down there, we could use your help up here. More Tal Shiar ships are entering the system by the minute. I don't think the Decimus can hold them off for long. Oh, man. That doesn't look good. It's like freaking War of the Worlds down here. Alright, let's get out of here.
The Decimus has engaged the Tal Shiar and is forming a wedge so we can get the shuttles to the beacon. The shuttles will be relying on us for protection. Without our help, they'll never make it out of here. Ziden's shuttle was one of the ones that made it to the ship. He's hailing us.
Open a channel.
We're in position and ready to make a run for the beacon. Is my daughter safe?
She's on board. She'll be safe.
I'm making myself useful. The singularity core on this ship is practically an antique. I'm keeping an eye on the power levels to make sure we don't blow apart in combat. Don't forget to put all the shuttle's power into the shields.
Don't worry, my child. It was the first thing Slamek did. When we reach the beacon, we'll await the signal to warp to the rendezvous point. Once we're all safe, we can transfer back to the shuttle.
Set course for the beacon. Fighters. Get going, Decimus.
Warbirds remain. Protect the shuttles.
God, you Scorpion fighters are annoying. Where'd you come from?
We're reading an unknown ship near the beacon. It appears to be a battleship. If it attacks, our ships will be completely outmatched. Are you able to scan the vessel or determine its armaments?
No, but we've seen similar ships before.
They're emitting some sort of passive scanning field. We cannot get a weapons lock, and our singularity core power levels are fluctuating.
I'm noticing the same power level variation. The field is definitely emanating from the enemy vessel. If I tap into the beacon's controls, I may be able to send a high-frequency proton burst that should disrupt the field long enough to get a weapons lock.
Fire the burst on my mark!
Sending proton burst.
Where'd it go? Oof, look at those scars. We're gonna need some repairs. Borg nanites would be very useful right now. Uh-oh. Zen? Slamek?
I've scanned the shuttle, sir. They've taken everyone. Everyone. Even my...
How? Did we miss something?
Logs show that a cruiser warped in during the fight with the battleship, stayed at long range, and then decloaked briefly. They warped away less than a minute later. Ugh, they must have taken the colonists from the shuttles while we were in combat.
I'm sorry, Viril.
We have to go after them. We need to track their trajectory and follow them. They could still be alive, and we can catch up if we hurry.
Tovan, do we have any data on their heading?
Nothing. There was too much interference from the battleship. I wish I had better news, but we have more pressing matters. The Decimus is hailing us, and we need to get out of this system while we still can.
On screen.
We're aware of the situation, but we have set a course for the rendezvous point immediately. There are other Remans there who will need our protection. After we regroup, we will have time to fully understand what has happened here, and to mourn our losses.
You should join Titan's fleet. We're stronger together.
We appreciate the offer, but that isn't my call to make. I'll relay your offer to Obisek and the rest of the fleet. But for now, I think it would be best if we go our separate ways. When we understand more about what the Tal Shiar are after, perhaps that will change. Thank you for your help. I know you tried your best.
Good luck, Commander.
I don't need anyone's permission. I'm coming with you, and we're going to find my father. In the meantime, if you expect to keep a ship this old from blowing apart at the seams, you're going to need an engineer. Good thing I'm here.
Welcome aboard.
I think we've done everything we can here. We should report what happened to Temer. We can leave whenever you're ready.
Well, that didn't go exactly as we had hoped. We'll report to Temer, and then we'll call it good.
We will reach out to the Remans, but it will be difficult to get over centuries of mistrust and abuse. Perhaps if this Obisek is willing to speak to us directly, it might make a difference. I know you did your best to help them, and that the attack could not have been anticipated. I'm very concerned about this sabotage you reported, however, and that the culprit was never found. The Remans may very well have a Tal Shiar operative in their midst. We will not win every battle, but we will win the war. Count on that. Jolan True. Greetings.
Congratulations, Centurion.
Alright, I'm gonna edit Varel's uniform a little bit, and then I'm gonna call it good. Thank you for joining me. This is R.R.W, and I shall see you in the next video.